we all die.
It was chaos. People were screaming and hollering and cussing and fussing. It was going down, man, you know.
Trying somewhere else. Give it up. Hey, this Lebo mother police.
So what did you do? What happened?
I joined the crowd.
Can you dig it? Can you?
Don't go near this area. South Central Los Angeles at Florence and Normandie.
Are we on the air?
That's good. That is good.
Black attack. Black attack.
Yeah.
Attack of a black planet.
You know what I mean? Black attack back, yo.
They ain't gonna like this. Alright, like this.
Hey, they're gonna like this.
You're gonna control the music volume when you're on the mics.
Oh, we live up in this bitch tonight. Man.
These early threat playing the theme music. Where we at?
Florence, Normandie, Vlog TV, Raymond Stadium Studios.
Raymond Stadium Studios.
Hey, and we want to give a big shout out and a warm welcome to Unseen DJ Radio. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming to the ghetto.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
love being here.
Man, pulling up and, you know, we do black shit up in here, man. We talk a lot of
Talking that shit.
positive black shit.
Good, man, good.
I
Yeah.
smoke, I do paint.
Do you?
So
Indeed.
it's my platform.
Yeah.
You want to show up, you show out, and that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? So,
We here because you here.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
So we like a couple days, 4 days from
Anniversary
the 25th, 25 years later.
Years.
Yeah, Florence, Normandie, April 29th.
Unseen Legion Radio is sitting in the spot. Raymond Stadium Studios. We chilling with Kee Kee, y'all.
Henry Kee Kee Washington.
Henry.
See, family and friends call me Kee Kee.
Yeah.
But white folks call me
Henry Kee.
Yeah.
Henry Watson.
Exactly.
Indeed. And which one do you prefer?
Shit, Kee Kee. Because in that way I know you know me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't use that if you don't know me.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
So,
OG. True OG. Right here in the middle of the hood where one of the most memorable things happened. And I'm going to tell you right now, as soon as I walked in the spot, I already knew that was but a very small chapter in this man's life. We're going to talk about that because of the time of the year that it is, the fact that it looks like it does outside right now. We're going to get down with one of the men who was there when it first jumped off in 1992. But before all of that, let's really talk about how it really started.
there's a lot of build up. A lot of build up.
You know, because it wasn't just all of a sudden black folks didn't like white folks no more.
We had Latasha Harlins, you know what I'm saying? We had a young black girl who got shot down
15 years old.
over a bottle of orange juice. And if you look at that video, you can see she turns her back and walks away from the lady. And the lady shoots her in the back of the head.
Shot her in the back of the
And
head.
they gave that lady 5 years probation for that life. Man, that hurt my heart.
So,
You know,
and that was not too far away from here. See, and having lived in the hood, take your time, man. Having lived in the
I lost a good friend today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're going to the
Sorry to hear that.
But it's all good. It's all good.
We here, y'all. We ain't going nowhere. We got 3 hours chilling. Vlog TV. Raymond
You better
Stadium
cut this shit. You better edit this.
Studio.
You better edit it, man.
We will be here. We going to DJ Early right now. Thank you, Threesome, for making this all happen.
Yes.
Thank you to everybody that's tuned in to the chat room. There we go.
There you go.
1968 Soul Power. That's Rashid Ali, a beautiful musician. We're actually having him on the show next week. Got a brand new album, the third in his trilogy. Thank you for tuning in. My good friend Sarah Hankey, Spud Galactic is out there. Family. Dow Makes Donna out there. And we got cats that haven't even signed in yet. Sign in so we can see your name. Show no shame. You know what to do. It's all one love. Unseen Legion Radio. Raymond Stadium Studio.
Florence and Normandie.
Florence and Normandie, Vlog TV.
There you go.
We right here with the OG.
Yes. Yeah.
We going in with Earl-E.
You gotta plug all that. You know what I'm saying? Because Florence and Normandie, you can go on, you know what I'm saying?
Man, you got t-shirts. We got t-shirts hanging from the rafters up in here. Come get your merch, man.
We smoke too. We smoke.
Come get your
friendly.
Come get your merch,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? We got the ashtrays, the lighters.
We in a smoke-friendly environment.
Exactly.
That's fucking dope.
Come get your
You know what I'm
merch, man.
saying? Hey, we merchandising.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
We having fun up in here,
Yeah,
y'all.
exactly. That's what it's all about.
All right, take the mics off.
Refuse to lose. Here's your ticket. Here the drummer get wicked.
Music sound is good. Music volume good.
It's beyond, it's like random factors.
Yeah.
So you know what else?
It's like, part of black people, it's almost like, because Muhammad Ali, it's like he's going part of always having
We are on Vlog TV, y'all. This is Raymond Stadium Studio. We kicking it with Henry, Keith, Kee Kee, Watson,
What's up, y'all?
OG. We down here off of Raymond, somewhere off of Raymond. I ain't gonna tell y'all where, but it's Raymond. You already know Raymond Stadium.
Raymond Stadium.
So we chilling in the hood, very close to the Florence and Normandie intersection.
Right.
Memorializing and remembering as we approach the 25th anniversary of the Los Angeles riots. Kee Kee, OG Kee Kee, to me, straight up, is extremely well known for the events on that fateful day. We spoke a little earlier about the shooting of Natasha Harlan that really got people upset. But what really jumped it off was the verdicts in the Rodney King trial. And the rage and anger that had been sitting there since Latasha's unjust verdict, with a chick who shot her in the back of the head, got probation, got sentenced to 16 years, let me say this, right? And then the judge overturned the verdict, threw it out, and gave the girl house arrest and probation, and a very small fine. Now, something I found out years later, on that very same day, in that very same courthouse, a black man was sentenced to 9 years in prison for shooting a dog.
While being trained, was repeatedly stomped and nearly killed by its owner. The dog survived, and its owner, Brendan Sheen, was convicted of animal cruelty. He was sentenced to 30 days in jail. By contrast, this teenage girl, Latasha Harlins, was shot and killed by a merchant in South Central Los Angeles. The merchant, Sue Jadu, was convicted of voluntary manslaughter. Her sentence, 5 years probation, no jail time.
A dog. Wow. So if you want to know why motherfuckers get angry and shit jumps off in the hood when we see incredible injustice.
Because the dog's life meant more than the little girl's life. Yes.
Young lady was a excellent student.
Yeah.
She was by no means a wayward youth. She was only 15 years old. She was getting excellent grades. She was on a college track.
Yes.
That's rare to say about somebody from this hood because they plan not to let very many of us do that.
She was on her way.
She was on her way. And when they beat that man on tape, on TV, beat the shit out that brother, man. Say it like it was. The whole city felt that beat. It was hot.
The black community was upset.
The whole community around the world of black people, Africans, was upset, man.
We caught it on tape. It was on tape.
It was on tape.
Yes. Cameras.
And everybody saw it. Interesting, but I just remember feeling so, like, pissed off I wasn't here. Because I had homies here. We called back and they just, I mean, it's just like, it's in the air out here. Like, man, think. You know what I'm saying?
Revolution.
Like, we are getting ours, man.
Revolution.
Fuck the man, we are doing it out here.
Revolution.
Revolution.
It was a rebellion.
It was a rebellion.
Yes.
See, now, you call it the riots, because it was a riot. It was. But it was a riot out of rebellion against the system that had been putting its boot on our neck.
Straight legal.
And it was a statement to the city.
All right, I'm
Do
gonna
this
come
shit
on
to
right
us no more. You're not gonna do this shit to us.
Since then, they've laid down.
They fell back, didn't
Yeah,
they?
black folks laid down. 25 years later,
They fell back. And 25 years later, we look outside and the conditions is ripe once again.
Yes.
How the hell we sit up here 25 years later? My
Right
man
back.
Kee Kee is 50 plus, grown, you know what I'm saying? Now he's a super OG and ain't shit changed. You still here as the example.
Yes, it's worse. I'm still pissed. 25
You know,
years later.
let me ask you. After the riots, we had a peace treaty, right?
Right.
How did that fall apart?
To my understanding, it was infiltrated.
It sounds, from what because I had people, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna name names or hoods or none of that, but people were saying they would pick dudes up from one hood, drop them off in another,
Yes.
spread different beefs and things like that.
Propaganda.
Propaganda.
Yes.
I even heard of undercovers doing drive-by.
Yes, it was, they, you know.
Like, I
They
heard
didn't want to see that. They didn't want to see that. They don't want to see us get together. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Because-
then we be pointing all our weapons in the same direction.
Right. Not only that, but they lose a lot of money out their police departments and
Yes.
they little, you know, all their little slush funds.
Yes, exactly.
These popos getting rich off of their crash gang units.
Overtime.
And, yeah, all that overtime, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Cracking in on
It
and
generated a lot of money.
injunction zones where you
Yes.
could just arbitrarily throw people into the slave prison
Right.
system.
Yes, yes.
You know
Pick
what
'em
I'm
up.
saying?
Just pick them up for
Just
anything.
pick them up for anything,
Yes.
you know, like they used to say, what, sprinkle some crack on him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is lived reality. Like, I'm sorry, but like a lot of people don't really get it. Like, this ain't just movie shit. This is what niggas saw. This is what we
You can't
experienced.
make this up.
You couldn't make this up.
You can't write this shit.
There's a white dude, he says he's an ex-narcotics officer, rest in peace, who, during the CIA hearings, where the CIA admitted that they had sold crack, Maxine Waters brought them fools out. Remember that?
Yes.
Brought them fools out on camera,
Right.
where they admitted it.
Yes.
This dude, his name is Mike Rupert. Stepped up and said, yep, I already know there's active CIA involvement. I experienced it as a narcotics officer.
They killed that guy, right?
Oh, they killed that
Yeah,
brother.
they killed that guy.
Suicide.
Yeah.
They suicided that brother.
Yeah, they killed that guy.
Like they did Gary Webb, who also exposed a lot of that.
Right.
You know, CIA crack shit. Two, how you gonna shoot yourself twice in the head?
Exactly.
I'm just saying. Gary Webb, rest in peace.
He missed the first time.
Right. And now I want you to understand too. Now a lot of the time when this stuff happens, it's because a white dude spoke up and said something.
Oh yeah, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because we're not allowed to be voices like that.
Whistleblowers.
Whistleblowers and things. They legitimize the struggle.
Right.
Now, hey, more power to these brothers, white brothers, because
There's a price.
if that's what it takes to get the word out, then that's what happens. Thank you. Now, one of these days we're gonna realize we still got the real, you know, the horse's mouth is still open. You can get it from the source if you want to.
They don't want to hear what I gotta say.
What you got to say? What happened that day?
It was just chaos.
Shit jumped off.
Shit just jumped off. People were fed up. You know, the community was fed up. Community was fed up. They just, you know,
Everybody was in the streets.
Everybody was in the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The whole community. It was black, white. I mean, it was black. I mean, Crips and Bloods and
Yeah.
everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Cats wasn't even tripping on each other.
No.
It was about what had happened.
Exactly. They were upset,
Yeah.
disgusted.
Yeah.
You know, people are tired, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
Indeed.
if you black, you understand that.
Exactly. Especially if you grew up anywhere poor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Any inner city,
You know,
Detroit,
it's
Chicago.
It's a constant struggle.
Yeah.
Constantly. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, people get tired.
What did you feel at the time was the police response, and what do you think about what the police did when the shit jumped off?
Fuck the police.
Word on top.
Yes.
FTP, thank you. For life.
Yes.
Fuck the police.
Yes.
Until they don't exist, fuck the police.
Yes, fuck the police.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, you know, they agitated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Instigated.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they faked it.
Right. Right. Got up out of Dodge. I read a story. I read a story about the brother who was down at the at Parker Center,
Yeah.
where it was a mob. You know what I'm saying? And they was about to straight go at these cats, and the police fell back and went behind the glass. You know what I'm saying? They went behind the glass. And the people knew they could break that glass, and the brother knew that all he had to do was say the word, and they would break that glass. You know. he didn't do it. He's like, this ain't what we came for. And he channeled it in a different direction, and it became much more of an active protest. But they were still burning trees, they was flipping cars, they was lighting it up out there. But they knew that they had to show their frustration in a way that wasn't gonna get them killed. And these cops in LA, bruh, it was gonna get them killed. They had to get up out of Dodge. They could not be here because it was about to be on them.
Yeah, well, it's like the riot was a free for all for one.
Yeah.
But see, now 25 years later, as far as blacks are concerned, it's just a free for all for police.
Right.
You know, they
Because the
shoot
response.
first,
Yeah.
and then they ask questions later.
Yeah.
You know,
And they justify it based on the riot.
oh, they know that they're going to be vindicated.
Right. Exactly. They won't be convicted of anything.
No.
It much less charged half the time.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they'll be reassigned, and 6 to 9 months later, they'll be back to the streets.
Ride a desk for a few months.
Yeah, continue on their merry way.
Hang out at your house and don't come to work for a few months and collect your salary. You know. Yeah. And I'd say right now, once the police response, not just to the riots, but to the peace treaty, was understood by people in the hood, you could kind of see it, kind of give up, and just kind of fall back, and it just back to the rut.
Well, that's kind of like the black man's plight, so to speak. Right. Once the lights and camera
Go off.
yes,
Once the spotlight's gone,
exactly. There's no more attention and no more focus.
right? Then all of a sudden you don't matter. You cease to exist.
Exactly.
You cease to
They're
exist.
going to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's the same with that. You know what I'm saying?
You know, the media is a powerful drug, and
If you allow yourself to become addicted.
that's right. And the people who dictate the overall viewpoint do so through the media as effectively as anything.
Well, because they run it, they control it.
They control it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so they control
Who gets to see what?
exactly what's being projected,
Right.
perceived.
How do you feel you were? Do you feel like you were fairly portrayed by anybody in the aftermath of what happened?
Excuse me?
You think anybody out there saying this is this dude? This is who he is. This over here is what he did. This is who he is.
No.
Okay. Not a single outlet.
No.
What would they or should they have said?
They should have listened to. They should have spoke to me and seen, what my journey was all about. How I wound up on the Florence property.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What drove me to the Florence property.
Right. Right.
So
Now at the time you was employed,
yes.
had 2 jobs,
Yes.
married
With 2 kids.
with 2 kids,
Yes.
holding it down for your family.
Yes.
Y'all, just in case you didn't know that, thought he was, out there slinging crack on the corner like they want you to think. When the media found that out, nobody ran with it. Nobody did it affect the court case? Did
Well,
that have an impact?
That contradicts the stereotype.
The official story,
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? that was a wrinkle. You know what I'm saying?
right? They ironed that out.
Exactly.
Gloss over
They don't
it.
want to show the fact that, I was in the military.
Right. Right.
Hold me down.
Right. Serve your country. Right.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shows
That's
that-
not the narrative.
Right. That shows I was on their team at some point.
At some point, right? You
Then
doing
I
the
woke the fuck
right
up.
thing.
Exactly. Then I woke the fuck up.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
Another thing, because if they portray you in that positive light, and then you did this, maybe you actually had a fucking reason. Okay.
Yes.
I remember I read an interview or a story about the events. You know what I'm saying? The LA 4 Plus, as they became to be. Y'all became known.
Right.
Because there were 6 actually who really was getting the media attention and the heavy charges levied against you.
Right.
What charges did they actually press against you initially?
Well, I had about 17 charges, I believe. I think we were all overcharged, first of all.
Of course.
But the more severe charges was attempted murder, torture, and aggravated mayhem.
Wow, aggravated mayhem.
Yes, which all had life charges.
Each one of those came with an L.
Each one of those came with an L.
Triple L.
Exactly.
Off top.
So that meant that if one didn't get you, then the one
Right, and they can still get you with maybe 2 more.
Exactly. Yes.
And by the time they start adding up all those lesser charges, that might equal another L.
Exactly.
Little fourth baby
Yes. Yes. So
L. That's heavy, man.
yeah,
That's heavy.
that made me, pay attention to the courtroom.
Indeed. To the proceedings.
Exactly, to what the fuck was being said. About
Absolutely. I know every syllable.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All the witnesses that they paraded up on that witness stand, and
Right.
all these criminologists and psychologists and neurologists and
How fair? Was your lawyer a writer? Was he down for y'all? Like,
he was
was he a PD?
no. My attorney was Earl C. Brody.
Okay.
But he was an older gentleman, and he was at the end of his career.
Okay.
So
He didn't have a whole lot to lose.
Exactly. He could take it or leave it.
Right.
So he knew the prosecution, he knew the DA.
Right.
He knew everybody.
Right.
But
Sure.
who was my true champion was his assistant, Karen Ackerson.
Okay.
Because she was someone who was raised with me.
She knew you
Yes, she knew me.
from before.
Yes, she was raised on the block here.
There you go.
And she became an attorney. And I was her first case.
Are you kidding?
When she graduated law school, I was her first case.
Say her name again.
Karen Ackerson.
Ackerson.
Which is something else now. But
Right, sure. But I bet you go look that up, you'll find her.
yeah, exactly.
You know.
Right. And she's a sitting judge in Compton
County Court, right?
Exactly. But
Beautiful.
She
Beautiful.
She took that case and springboarded her career. And
She was a bulldog, I guess. Huh?
I mean, she got it done. She went, found all the necessary laws that was,
Right.
it was,
That's a true blessing.
yeah, it really was.
A down homie from the neighborhood.
Yeah, we got in there and fought.
Who knew who you really were.
Yeah.
And I know that's literally the greatest, to me, travesty of the whole situation is that it's still seen as unruly, criminally inclined youth doing something out of anger and frustration that was more unjust than what had been done to them. And that's how it's portrayed a lot of the time. They use Reginald Denny and what happened to him as a justification for anything that they do now against us because of our single incident that has nothing to do with the centuries. This man, Reginald Denny, was wrong place, wrong time. We all know that.
Well, see, what's happening now is, they're trying to use reverse psychology.
Exactly.
And make
That's
it
it.
seem as though
He's the symbol.
These were just some savage niggas
Yes.
that grabbed this white man for no reason. And,
Right.
shook up the city.
Right.
Without any provocation.
No
or
context.
probable cause.
Yeah.
That's their way of sugarcoating and lacing this bullshit when it's really some issues that's much larger. It's two worlds. It's a black one and a white one.
Right here in this city.
In the world.
Yeah, and right here in the world, like
Yes.
worldwide.
Yes.
I don't know if people are familiar with the concept of worldwide white supremacy, but if you study politics, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Colonialism is a huge symptom of worldwide white supremacy. If you study colonialism, you'll understand what I'm talking about. The policies that were put into place in the New World, where they blatantly favored people who came from Europe and of European extraction, etc. This is a supremacist system. And by supremacy, that basically means that you have to bow down to it, get down and lay down type of thing. It's why in our neighborhood, so many cats who make it, who become successful, who get those dollars, flip teams, change teams. And they ain't down for their people no more.
That's like here, we were talking about earlier, this is where I was born and raised in this house, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of my peers, their families have, their parents have, died and moved on.
Right.
And so, they have since either lost or sold their homes.
And that the neighborhood is
Exactly.
not as rich as it used to be.
No, and they don't have
culturally.
nowhere to come and post up or
Right.
You know,
and build with the elders.
And now it's to the point where they can't even afford to purchase a home in this area anymore. You know, they made it where
it's getting expensive now.
It's unaffordable. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have one, you're not gonna get one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At least not around here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. This is prime real estate.
Now.
You know what I'm saying? It was all white in here.
Right.
In the
60 years ago, 70 years ago.
They want to turn it back white again.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? In
And
between
you see it happening now.
Oh, definitely.
Here.
Definitely. Yes.
They got hipsters moving in yet?
They're around. They haven't come quite up in here yet. But they're coming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're around USC.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I see them over there. That used to be like 40s and
but that's
just heavy gang area.
They just did that exposition line.
Right. And now they're building the Crenshaw line.
Yes, they got the express lane on the 110.
On the 110.
That's for the white folks.
Right. You go right through the hood.
Exactly.
Ain't got to get off. Ain't got to even see the exit.
Exactly. No niggas are Mexicans. No niggas are Mexicans. Exactly. Directly, you know what I'm saying?
Take the Century. Take the white lane.
Pass go.
You ever notice how the only train that rolled through the hood is about 100 feet off the ground?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's elevated. You niggas got to jump up here.
And the one that go east and west is on the freeway?
Exactly. That's no coincidence. That's not a design flaw. You know what I'm saying?
Detective, or beat cop, actually, they had some program where they let these motherfuckers run bikes for a day or for a week or some shit. You know what I'm saying? These cats were power crazy. Shot my pops in the back right there off of Florence and before Avalon, Central and Avalon. Little side street right there. And I remember thinking about it then. I was like, going to Normandie, you know what I'm saying? This whole area, that's them.
I mean, this is nothing new.
Yeah.
You understand?
It's just going on and on.
It's just, I guess it's my time right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I have to,
take advantage of it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like this is what I aspired to do.
Right. It's one of your childhood dreams.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Could you have imagined? You know what I'm saying? Something like this.
Of course, we want to be, like
known and sure.
Fame and fortune, but I mean, it depends on how the
path there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the price of it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My fame came at the cost of turning my life upside down. Affecting the rest of my family.
So what makes it worth it? What makes it, for you to do the vlog, TV show, and
I just feel like, it's not really me who I am.
Yeah.
Like, my brother came to me with a concept and twist my arm and.
That's the brother right here.
Yeah, Brother Bank. You know what I'm saying?
There he is.
It's him. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, you got a fucking story.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Yo, Kee,
So,
go to some music.
We got a lot more to talk about. But we also got an hour and a half left in the show. So it's all good. We're going to go back and we're going to save a little bit of this for later. Stay tuned, y'all. Again, thanks everybody tuning in. All the folks out there, we will be available in the show reel immediately following the show, provided the Wi-Fi don't go. Christian Kaiser, I see you out there. My man Suspense, Awkward Concepts, that's my boy. Dome McDonald with his Bug Galactic. Yo, this is on C Legion Radio. This is Raymond Stadium Studio. This is the 25th anniversary of the riots, and this is DJ Earl-E on the wheels.
Do your thing.
Do your thing, baby.
Survival, the smile.
Grimzilla. DJ Grimzilla.
Story is never exact. Some say
You gotta take it back for us.
they really are not.
Give you a taste of Los Angeles. For the Vermont Avenue kid right here.
Only the strong can survive.
OC Legion Radio.
Only the strong can survive. It's called survival. In order to stay alive, it's called survival. Survival. In jail, they kind of game.
OC Legion Radio, y'all. The homie Ben Grim, Minnesotan family, ULR founder, on the turntables.
When you talk more into the mic, all right?
Right.
We right down here. We still here. Kicking it with those Kee Kee. We got a lot more. Bring the music down a little scotch. We got a lot more to talk about. First up, real quick, I remember, and the homie that was here mentioned that he was in the room when Reginald Denny came back after he got his money and the whole case was settled and he forgave everybody. Were you there at that moment? And what are your thoughts about that?
Well, we were on the Phil Donahue show.
Okay.
You know, and the audience, they wanted me to apologize, you know, and, you know, I was against apologizing because I was going to fucking apologize every time I see this guy.
Right.
It's not that kind of fucking
It's
party.
not that party. Exactly.
So, for all intents and purposes, on the Donahue show, I did that shit impromptu.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And afterwards, Reginald Denny, he forgave us, you know, for
the whole situation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the white folks was ready to fucking kill us up there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was like, what kind of fucking shit?
You forgave him?
Yeah, whose side are you on?
Why are you? You're a nigger lover.
You're a fucking nigger lover.
You know they said that too.
It was incredible. Man.
Wow. Powerful.
Look, they was gonna whoop his ass.
Really?
Wow.
The white folks.
Oh man, it was vicious. You gotta look at.
They was more mad at him than they was at you then, huh?
All the focus shifted.
Right.
I was all of a sudden out there with them. You know what I'm saying?
The anger shifted to him.
Yeah, you gotta look at that footage, man. It's just...
After leaving jail, he agreed to appear on TV with Reginald Denny.
This problem is something that happened before Mr. Watson or I were even born. And we just happened to be caught up into the mess that was created by somebody a long time ago.
He forgave his attackers, and the white folks just can't even comprehend nothing like that.
Are you sorry for your participation in the event?
I have mixed feelings about it.
Well, the audience, I think, would want you to explain what you mean.
I'm waiting for this man to apologize for what he did.
What is your positive intent for being here? Or is there one?
Well, to meet Mr. Denny and apologize for what took place.
Have you done that?
Yes, I have.
Yes. Yes. You want to just do it one more time for us?
Mr. Denny, I apologize for my participation in the injuries that you suffered there at Florence and Normandie.
We'll be back in just a
Are you all
moment.
happy now? Is everybody happy now?
Intense.
I need to check that out.
And they, it was so intense that they didn't want to let it go. Right. And they ran it for 2 days.
Wow.
2 hours. Because they didn't want to.
They back to back it, baby.
Yeah, that momentum.
They couldn't even leave it alone.
It was funky up in there.
It
was tense, right?
Yeah.
They all had hoods on. It was the funniest shit.
I ain't ready to break out the crosses.
Oh my goodness.
And light them up right there.
That motherfucker. You know that scene in Dave Chappelle when he does
the blind Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when he takes his hood off, I'm ready to show my face. And that motherfucker's head explodes. And that shit is so funny to me. That motherfucker's head explodes. Oh man, that's hilarious. Right? Yeah. So they, you know, the guy forgave us, man, and I mean, they ripped it.
Yeah.
They couldn't believe it. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
damn shame.
So
see what we get for even when the white folks actually learn something from what happened, understand. I think he probably understood better than anybody why he got his ass whooped that day.
This problem is something that happened before Mr. Watson or I were even born.
Seriously, you know, black people, you know,
that's why he forgave them.
Black people as a whole, we are the most loving and compassionate. People. We accept any and everyone.
Right.
That's real.
Right.
We don't fucking question.
Right. We open our hearts and our homes and our kitchens.
And that shit is bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers don't love us the way we love.
And they don't learn from our love.
No. So, you know what I'm saying? They haven't learned yet about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel there's any hope? At this point in the history of the United States, is there any hope for these cats to redeem themselves?
No, they didn't start off They didn't start off with hope in mind, so fuck it.
That's true.
No,
And they shall
hope wasn't part of the fabric.
Do you believe that there's a reckoning coming for these?
Fuck yes.
For America?
Yes. Fuck yes.
Directly as a result of their treatment of black people and other minorities, but
Fuck
specifically black people.
Yes.
With the slavery and all the
all
centuries of
all the
Jim Crow,
all the above.
segregation, sharecropping, Tuskegee, hello.
Oh my goodness.
McDonald's, Starbucks.
McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? Burger King, right.
Louisiana chicken.
Man, inflicted Louisiana chicken on the neighborhood.
Or Normandie and Manchester.
You know what I'm saying?
It's cracking that chicken. It's cracking that chicken, I'm telling y'all.
Making the brother sterile.
Man, Little Peters.
Like churches.
Right.
Sexual,
malt liquor.
My bad. Okay.
Nah, okay. Let me ask you another thing. Like we was talking about this off camera a little bit.
What?
The agenda, the Hollywood agenda. How they pretty much, if you go in Hollywood as a black male, and be specific and clear.
You better be either begging or a homosexual.
Begging again.
Yes.
You can't even be a gangster no more.
No, because you are a threat.
Right.
You're a threat.
That's right. So you can't even have that persona and get over.
You can't even be masculine no more. You can grab your balls and you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Fuck yeah, me and my homies and
right.
Everything is twisted now.
It's feminized and
Then rainbow. You can't even like rainbows no more. You better not fucking
for the kids.
Fuck that.
On behalf of the children.
No colorful nothing. Used to be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Right.
Now it's a handful of facts. What the fuck?
A pot of booty holes.
Exactly.
And a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that full project.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
by the prison inmate project.
So that's why they speed that shit up.
They speed it up.
You know what I'm
Run them through.
Exactly.
And again, reiterate, because we said this off the top, check out the documentary The 13th. 13th. It's just 13th. It's basically telling you, literally, that slavery never stopped.
Never stopped.
And legally never stopped. And has been codified into law and is now being practiced by companies like CDF.
Yes.
Corrections Corporation of America, and other for-profit prison and prison-like activities. The bail bond industry is taken through the roof. This is the slave system. The phone industry. The prison labor system is taking off. My man said he worked for Caltrans, and you said you worked for Caltrans. How long?
I was there for 2 years.
2 years.
2 years temporary assignment.
And why did you not work? Why did you not pick up your contract after that 2 years?
Well, I think once they realized that I had got in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They
didn't want you in.
No.
Right.
You know,
they were like, wait a minute, we know who you are.
Exactly. Because I went to San Diego.
Okay.
And they had no clue.
Gotcha.
They were clueless.
And by the time they figured out who you was, it was too late.
I worked in a town. It was called Santee.
I know Santee. Yeah.
Okay. But they call it Clanty.
I wonder why. Yeah.
Because I was the only
brother.
I felt like Cleavon Little in
Blazing Saddles. You remember you said that?
That's hilarious.
Remember when the band rode into town, yo? The band slowed down.
It's a nigga. Exactly.
Oh my.
Hey, the sheriff is a near. What are you saying? The sheriff is near. No, God blame it, dang blame it. The sheriff is a near.
As chairman of the Welcoming Committee, it is my privilege to extend a laurel and hearty handshake to our new nigger.
About 15 minutes left in the show. Definitely want to make sure that Threesome get a chance to spin the young homie who basically made this whole thing happen for us, man. I want to give you my sincere thanks. You let us into your home, and you shared your heart with us, and you definitely touched on so much more than just one fucking day in history, even though that may be the reason why we're doing this right now. And we definitely want to make sure that that story is told the right way. One thing I can say, And I don't mean to speak for you, but I will say there's a lot of stuff that happened that day that people in this neighborhood keep to the vest, close to the vest, because it's a code. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I respect that greatly, and I respect the fact that you have found a way to tell so much of that story and to give back from the support that you did give, man. It's a true honor. You have a vlog TV show.
Florence and Normandie Vlog TV.
Florence and Normandie, just write it out. Don't put no initials or nothing. Florence A-N-D Normandie.
Check us out. We just having fun, talking shit,
doing his thing.
Black shit.
Big ups to the homie Matt.
Big Matt.
For making this whole thing happen. It's gonna be videoed, and I can't wait to see what it looks like behind us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's go to town. We gonna go to town.
Word, I believe it. I'm gonna be home watching them now. Like, I'm already unsubscribed. I got the hookup.
Yes, thank you, man.
What is the name of the documentary?
Which one?
There you go. Name one.
Well, there was 6 out, this month, and I'm in 3 of them.
What's your favorite one?
Well, so far,
it?
Well, we ain't made it yet. My man Matt is gonna make my favorite one.
There we go.
It's gonna be independent.
Black Superman.
Exactly.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
We doing our own thing, right?
I'm looking forward to
I did
that.
one with A&E.
Okay.
Which John Singleton directed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I did something with Channel 7 with John Ridley.
Okay.
The brother from 12 Years a Slave.
Right.
And I also did one with History Channel.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
dope.
Yeah,
That's dope.
I mean,
So keep those, y'all.
My thing about it was, the only reason why I chose to say something was to contradict all the negative publicity and all the bullshit that was out there about myself and the others as well. So I said something in 2012 with VH1. That was the first one. And they all want to follow up with something. So
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's helping to bring some positive light back.
I mean, they're the ones who keep perpetuating it. They don't want to let it go. It's
Right.
their history.
Right. Well, plus they got to keep reminding people so they can keep funding them cops.
Yes.
You know?
Exactly. It's a machine. It's a machine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's good that you recognize that, and so you're deliberate in bringing your story and making sure that the perspective that needs to be repped is what gets to the screen when you got that time.
Whether they like it or not.
That's exactly right.
Accept it or reject it.
Exactly. A real one.
We get this shit.
It's a real one.
Uncut.
This man, for all the things he's been through, all the pressure, in addition to growing up in his neighborhood, that he's been through the scrutiny, through the vice grips that this legal system had put on him, walked away with months in jail and time served because the criminal justice system ain't had shit on him. Now remember that when you want to talk about who should be forgiven who, okay? I want to say that. Also, this man is humble. This is just a regular cat who's in the hood, whose people just come by and kick it and blow tree and chill and do what grown folks do once they done made it this far in life that they can sit back and smile. Much respect for you for sitting back and smiling and for enjoying your life and not letting that one day become a thing that you had to milk or ride or resent for the rest of your life. That is extreme strength. I honor that. I give you immense respect.
Some black shit.
That's some real nigga shit, man. This is how you know. This is a real one. So, we gonna shut the fuck up, Kickback. You got anything else you want to say to the people?
Florence and Normandie Vlog TV.
Vlog TV, y'all.
Thank you, Unseen. You know, we appreciate you guys, man. You know what I'm saying?
Likewise. Likewise, man. We trying to pay it back and pay it forward.
Hit them over their fucking head. Real way. Here we out.
Big DJ 3, y'all.
Fleet DJ gang, bitches.
You pissed off me, you know what I mean? Bringing the political shit, you know what I'm saying?
You have things you want to say, you want to express. Not everybody is going to accept it, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. But we as the people are underserved because we don't have that voice as much as we should. So I'll be that. Ain't trying to be too overbearing, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. Appreciate it.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Matt, do me a favor. Turn down channel 2 and 3.
Thanks for all your help with these. 2
and 3, yeah. Those are the mics. Yeah, turn them all the way down. All the way.
Florence and Normandie Vlog TV. Feed Duck with us.